What's up, you guys? It's Anam Khan. So a few months ago, I went to the Maldives for my honeymoon, my wife and I, and it was the best trip ever. It was a lot of fun. I definitely highly recommend everyone who's thinking about going there to just take the step and go. It was so worth it. So in this video, I want to go over 3 things that I wish I knew before I went there. I think this is a video that I would have loved to see before I was going. I think it's really going to be helpful for a lot of you guys that are planning on going to the Maldives. So if you guys do find this beneficial, make sure you press the like button, subscribe to my channel. So let's get started. So first thing I wish I knew was actually I wish I knew more about the Maldives. Growing up in America, I think this is very common. We get so focused in like the geography and everything within America. We don't really know much outside of America, which is a little sad in and of itself. But so Maldives, I bet most of us can't even point to where the Maldives is on a globe or on a map. I personally couldn't. I actually had no idea. So the Maldives is made up of around 1,100 islands right off the coast of India. It's literally on the Indian Ocean. You could take a flight back and forth probably in the same day. And so these 1,100 islands are very small. Some of them are small, some of them are big. Some of them are actually getting out of existence due to global warming and flooding and all that. And some of them are man-made. So out of these 1,100 islands, the actual local islands of the Maldives are actually very Islamic. Maldives, again, is a Muslim country, right? And actually, when I went on a tour in Mali, they actually said they are the only other country besides Saudi Arabia whose locals are 100% Muslim. So keep that in mind. What that means is they're very strict on, their dress code, especially for women. There's no pork allowed, no alcohol allowed. Now, this is just for the local islands of the Maldives. Now, most people that go there, especially from America, I'm sure England and all of that, they usually stay in resorts. Now, these resorts, they basically buy up an island. So like I mentioned earlier, there's like around 1,100 islands. A lot of these resorts buy up an island and then they build a resort on that. And so that island has its own rules. In a way, it's kind of like private property. They can do whatever they want there. So when you go on these islands, there's really not much Islamic code or anything. People drink there. They do all that stuff there. So I just wanted to point that out because that was something I did not know. I didn't know that my resort wasn't even going to be on like the actual Maldives, right? It's not, it's basically in its own little bubble. Another thing I wish I knew about Maldives in and of itself was the weather. So I got really lucky with this. I went in March. So apparently the best time to go to Maldives is between November and April. That's like the peak weather, most sunny days, less rainy days, less cloudy days. And honestly, that was just 100% luck for me. I went there and it was beautiful every single day. We didn't get a single cloudy day. No rain, no nothing. It was so awesome. But again, it would be nice to know that ahead of time. Now, another thing I wish I knew before I went to the Maldives was how expensive the island actually is. Maldives is actually very expensive, and I do highly recommend, and again, I think a lot of people might know this. It's because everything gets imported. It's an island. So a lot of people, there are some people that, plan on going shopping once they arrive. I would not do that. I would actually do as much shopping as you can before actually going there. And what I mean about this is like, make sure you get your sunblock, your bug repellent, your hats, all the things you need on the island. I would get it before you actually go there. There's a big tax. I remember I saw regular sun hats, the ones that go all around your head, for like $250. American dollars. It's pretty insane. Now, my wife and I, we actually got all-inclusive. I personally just did it for the convenience. I thought, it would just be easier just to grab whatever you want to eat and not have to worry about paying and all that stuff. So I did it for convenience. In retrospect, it ended up being a very smart move on my end. Again, it was all luck. I didn't really plan that one out. But food is very expensive there. Everything is expensive. And just if you could get all-inclusive, I think it's definitely worth this price. And now the last thing that I wish I knew about the Maldives, and actually I found this out very late, is that there are seaplanes that take you to your resort. So like I mentioned earlier, there's 1,100 islands. Many of these islands are resorts in and of themselves. And so you land in Mali, which is the main island, and then from there you take a seaplane or a ferry to get to your resort. Now these seaplanes can add a lot to your budget without you even realizing it. I think it was like it was around $600 per person just to get to your island round trip. So right off the bat, for 2 people, that's $1,200. it almost cost it cost half as much as our flights to get there, right? So it was a pretty big expense. I didn't really know about it. It was definitely a really cool experience. It was my first time going on a seaplane. I don't know when I'm gonna go on a seaplane again, so it's definitely cool. But just make sure you keep that in your mind while you're going to Maldives. It's not just the flights to get to Mali. You actually have to take another flight to your resort. And that's about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. I definitely wish I knew about these before I went. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.